Assalamualaikum and hello. Today, I will be presenting on my case study for educational psychology with the title of The Teacher's Perception on the Influence of Technology on the Student's Attention Span in Classroom. First of all, I am Nasrin Aina Suha binti Rahimi from LG2402B. Moving on to the next part, which is the objective. After coming up with a research title, I also come up with two objectives. The first objective is to study the teacher's perception on the decline in students' attention span in the classroom due to the influence of technology. And my second objective is to identify the strategy used to overcome the influence in the decline of students' attention span in the classroom. With these two objectives, I also come up with two research questions. The first one is, what are the teachers' perception of the decline in the students' attention span in the classroom due to the influence of technology? And my second research question is, what are strategies used to overcome the influence in the decline of students' attention span in the classroom? There are three theoretical perspectives that can support my research on the teacher's perception of how technology influences the students' declining attention span in classroom. The first one is cognitive load theory by John Sweller. This theory suggests that excessive exposure to the technology, especially the digital media, may contribute to the cognitive overload, making it harder for students to maintain attention in classroom. It helps to explain why the students struggles to focus when constantly switching between the technology and the classroom and their focus to the classroom. And then the second one is social cognitive theory by Albert Bandura. This theory emphasizes the role of observational learning, self-regulation, and environmental influences, including the technology. The teacher's perception may reflect on how the students model behavior based on the digital or technology engagement, impacting their classroom attention span. And the third theory is constructivist learning theory by Piaget and Vygotsky. If it is being used effectively, technology can support active learning rather than hinder attention. Teachers may perceive that integrating into interactive technology-based strategies can help counteract attention decline. I also found two journal articles that can support on why I'm choosing this title for my case study. The first one is a journal article published by Fundamentals of Mental Health 2023, where it highlights the potential negative impact of excessive mobile phone use on the students' attention and academic performance. And the second article that I found is by Alaparty Gavin 2024, where it highlights that social media was consistently related to poor attentional control and higher distractibility. Moving on to the next one, which is methodology. The method used for this case study is a qualitative approach where I'm exploring the teacher's life experiences and perception regarding the students' attention span decline in the classroom. For sampling, my first interviewee is a retired high school teacher with 29 years of experience. And then my second interviewee is a high school teacher with 11 years of experience. And then I also use an interview to collect my findings, and the mode of conduct is face-to-face and online. This is the interview questions that I use for those interview sessions. Now moving on to the findings. After doing an analysis for the data that I found through the interview, there are few similarities and differences between the two teachers' response. The first one is both think that it is a challenge nowadays in controlling the use of technology. I asked them if they think that technology is the main contributor for the decline in the students' attention span. The first teacher's response quite long, where she mentioned that the misuse of phone affect the students' focus. And the second teacher's response by saying that technology does affect students' attention span. Both are mentioning, emphasizing the negative impact of technology, where it does shows to us both agree and how nowadays it is hard to control the use of technology among the students, where it can negatively affect their attention span.
Banyak menghabiskan masa dengan gadget, handphone pintar, main game, tidur sampai awal pagi. Jadi ini semua memang sangat-sangat digunakan secara tidak terbaik.
The second one is both agree that on the development of learning strategies in classroom, where they agree traditional methods are now less popular. The first teachers respond by saying that using devices is more effective and interesting for students nowadays, since it is easier to keep the focus for students by using devices. Meanwhile, the second teachers believe that hands-on activities could keep students focused. From this, we can conclude that both teachers agree that traditional methods are now less relevant for the students in the classroom. And the third one is both teachers agree that parents play a role in overcoming this problem. They both mention how the parents should monitor the use of technology in the children while at home. Parents should be aware of children with technology, and this is where parents play the big role, because the students use technology especially when they are at home. Moving on to the differences. Although both teachers agree that traditional methods are not relevant anymore, they both have different strategies to use in classroom for maintaining the students' focus. The first teachers are more focusing on the role of teachers in improving the students' engagement. She also focuses on the classroom environment. She mentioned that interaction between the teachers and the students can foster a conflict which can help to make students more focused in the classroom. Meanwhile, the second teachers' response are by saying that hands-on activities attracts attention. By doing an interactive teaching strategies can help to maintain the students to pay attention in the classroom. The second differences is their view on the use of technology in classroom. The first teachers believe that technology is giving a good impact in classroom, which making her believe that limiting the use of technology in the classroom is a downside. She mentioned something like, by limiting the use of it in the classroom, it will make the learning session to go back at how traditional method used to be. And then the second teacher mentioned that technology should be used appropriately. By using technique in limiting the use of technology, such as limiting the use of technology by 2 to 3 hours a day, can help the students to focus more on the classroom, which shows how she thinks that the use of technology should be limited in a day. This shows two sides of technology in classroom.
Ya, sudah tentu kita perlu menghadkan penggunaan teknologi, dan tentukan masa-masa bila penggunaan teknologi itu. Kalau sehari kita hadkan mungkin 2 hingga 3 jam.
After going through the interview session, there are 3 main findings that I can find. The first one is the use of technology should be controlled. By controlling the use of technology in daily, students can control the technology influence on themselves. The second one is attention span that's affected by the use of technology. And the third main findings is technology brings a better outcome for learning in classroom. Although technology affected the students' attention span, we can find that students sometimes are more interested to learn on the classroom, to focus in the classroom by using technology. And then by using technology also, the students can directly find the information that they need in the classroom, which can help with their academic performance. That shows the two sides of technology, where it can affect attention span negatively, but somehow brings a positive impact for the academic performance also on the same time. We have reached the end of this presentation. As a conclusion, technology could bring harm and negatively impact students' attention span if being misused, but then it does also bring a positive for the students' focus in the classroom. For the possible future research, I hope to expand more on depth in why technology could impact on one's attention span, preferably on either if it is actually the application itself or the social media platform or anything. And then the second possible future research, I hope to do it from the student's perspective. For recommendation, to overcome this problem, parents should play more role in controlling the use of technology daily for the students. And then schools also should implement new rules, such as limiting the use of technology in a day by just limiting the use of which app they should use in classroom, or which devices should they bring, or implementing a new rule such as only this day the students can bring gadgets and such. I think with that is all from me. Thank you.